We'd add text the same way we do outside the table, but we'll click in the table. We can change the color and the font, make it bold. Notice when I fill, it fills it pretty well, but not to the outside line. We'll see how to fix that shortly. We'll also note that bullets and numbering works. To get around the table, we can use our mouse and click where we want to insert or change the data. I can use a tab key, and note when I get down to the very last line, if I tab again, it will create a new row. If I'm using the arrow keys, it does not. It keeps going down, but it will not add a new row to my table. This is my arrow, and my tab key will insert a new row to that table. Now that I've got some data in my table, let's click on this cell and show the margins, how we change those. Just like we do outside. This first line, and this is only for this cell. If I would have selected the whole row, it'd be the same for the whole row. If I want to select more than one cell in a table, they have to be contiguous, meaning right next to each other. I'm selecting, and I can go to the right, I can go down, I can go to the left, I can go up, but they always have to be next to the original cell to select more than one. I can't hold down Control and click into another cell. It just doesn't work in tables. When we click on a table, our table toolbar should show up. Let's look at some of the icons on this toolbar. The first one is our table insert. Next thing I want to skip over to is our borders. Let's go to this middle table that we inserted where there's no borders. It just has the framework showing. I'm clicking in the middle cell. The cursor's to the far left, so it's hard to tell. From here, I want to change the borders of this single cell, and I will give it the full box. Now I want to change the color of those borders, so I am going to click on the line color, and we will make them red so they stand out a little bit. And then next to that, we've got our line style, and I'll pick this checked line. So we've got our checkered border around our center square. Our next one is the background color. This works the same as our background color on our formatting toolbar. Our merge cells, we already merged, and split cells, we went over that. To show how the optimize works, we're going to need some text into our table. Let's add some in. Now that I've got some text in my columns, let's optimize. Clicking the optimize, it only gives me one choice out of the 4, and that is for column width. When I click on it, it optimized column 3, but not the other 2. Let's undo. This time I'm going to select all 3 columns, then click on the optimize. And it's asking me to distribute columns evenly. Well, we already have that, so we don't need that. So let's try the optimize column width again. And it makes the width of the columns just enough to fit the text. Looks kind of tight. To fix that, we can go into our paragraph settings, as we've seen in the past, or go into our table properties. Clicking that, we'll go into our borders, and then our spacings to content. Let's add to the left, maybe 4 to the right. Okay, it's synchronizing all, so that's fine. We'll use that. Clicking OK, it looks a little off. So let's select this all again. Select all 3 columns and optimize our columns. That looks a little nicer. Let's look at our alignment icons. To make this show a little nicer, I'm going to want to make this row a little wider. My left one I already have as the top. Let's put the center one as the middle and column 3 as the bottom.